Welcome, fellow artists, to Lyricology 101. I still don't have a tagline yet. It's hot as fuck in here, man. Today will be the first episode of a new segment that I'm starting here on Lyricology 101. This segment will be called Advanced Rap Tips, or for short, ART! I know there are a lot of writers out there that have already honed in their skills and they're pretty much past the beginner and intermediate levels. So I've decided to address you guys on a separate part of the channel. I've noticed that nobody's been teaching about the evolution of wordplay in the past few years. The battle scene has taken rap and wordplay to a totally new level. I understand, and it's very hard to try to explain and articulate these techniques, but I'm going to do the best that I can to show you guys some of these new methods. Today we're going to start with a basic technique / practice that's going to help on building your wordplay. Our primary focus is going to be on homonyms, words that share the same sounds but have different meanings. For this exercise, we're going to exhaust our word matching skills. Today we're going to start small, then move on to longer and more difficult methods in future videos. So let's start with the phrase used to. There are a number of ways that we can flip this phrase into multiple meanings that we can form into potential lines. If you're familiar with a rhyme log, we're basically going to be doing the same thing. So there's two ways that we can approach this. The first way is to list every possible way the phrase can be arranged and spelled, plus try to find every way that you can make the sounds used to. This isn't supposed to be serious, so just play around with every context you can think of. For example, I used to. I used to. You used to? Get used to it. I got used to do something. I got youths to do something. How many youths? 2. I hate youths too. If you were an Italian, I'm talking to used to. I got all the letters. I got used too. I got abused too. I abused too. The last two don't work because they aren't exactly homonyms. You can still use this technique to form some decent wordplay, but the goal of today's exercise is to find an exact match of the phrase you're using. Start small and stick with a maximum of 3 words for now. The other method is to list every match and context for each individual word in the phrase. For example, for the word used, we have used as a verb, we have used as an adjective, we have the word youths, you have used, which is the word you and then any word with st following it. You can use it like you stop or you start or whatever, and then used. I put used because I'm not even sure if that's a word or not, but sometimes you might get lucky and check on Google and it can be a word in a different language. It can be something like in German or something like that. Or it can be some kind of weird slang word that you can actually use and modify. For the word to, we have to, all the variations of to. And then we have to, which is an onomatopoeia for spitting. It's like a spit sound. You could use that in a creative context. And then we have to, as in the Spanish iteration of the word you. But these aren't all the examples that you can come up with. These are just the ones I came up with for, the hour or so that I was doing this. So it's really up to you to sit down and just find every single aspect of the word that you can create. I'll be honest, this method isn't the best, in my opinion, but it works. There are far more possibilities with the previous method because some words blending into a new word can form entirely new words. So if you're just trying to find, create a stock of just a bunch of sample words to use for other word plays in the future, then this is a good place to use it. But I still highly suggest that you stick with the first method. Now in practice, you can use this technique in your songwriting for a pretty basic technique that I call a repeat. There are more complex versions of this technique that we'll cover in another vid. So here's a few examples. You're a pesticide. I'll show all these pesticide of rage that'll move you pesticide like a pesticide. Another example would be spitting bout standing by chicks that are bi chicks say goodbye chicks because guys just think they'll buy chicks. Another would be cats are softer than waiting to excel. So while you're waiting to in hell, I'll be waiting to excel. Another would be I go hard as a pair of bulls with my parables. They all are terrible. We are not comparable. Another example will also be, I see the crown, and while I'm taking it easy, I'll be taking it easy. Form your own homonyms and try to be unique. I'm pretty sure you've already heard you're a fuck boy because you fuck boys 1,000,000 times by now. I'm sorry if you already know this technique, but I feel like this is a really good starting point to get everybody used to the whole wordplay dynamic so I can take them into crazier territory. That's it for today. I hope you learned something from this video. Take it and practice, practice, practice. When you get more experience with this method, over time you won't even need the log anymore. You could just do it from the top of your head. With enough practice, you could actually freestyle lines like these. So I haven't set a schedule for ART just yet. The way I think I'm going to go about it is I still do rap tips, so I might just alternate between ART and rap tips every Friday. So maybe next Friday it'll just be regular rap tips, and then the following week will be ART. But we'll see what's up about that. I'm still playing with the idea. I really want to stick with the advanced rap tips because I have a lot more fun doing this. Oh, that sounds horrible. I'll have another bar for bar breakdown on Wednesday. Look forward to that because it's going to be a pretty dope one. So since you guys are pretty much advanced, I don't know if you'll have a need for this, but I actually provide a free course that teaches all the essentials of rap songwriting. It'll be in the description below. If you're not interested, that's perfectly fine. I'll eventually go over all of these subjects in due time with the channel, but if you want to get it all now and in greater detail, I highly suggest you just try it out. It's free. It won't hurt you. Also, if there's anything that you guys would like to learn specifically as far as your songwriting or just techniques, let me know in the comments section. I can do pretty much everything. So let me know and I'll definitely start a video for it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you guys like what we're doing here at Lyricology 101, please share. If you'd like to get in contact with me, I have more information in the description below. If you don't do descriptions, then you can hit me at facebook.com/lyricology101. You can catch me on Instagram at lyricology101. You can catch me on Twitter at lyricologytips. Yeah, at lyricologytips. And if you can't reach me there, then you can catch me on lyricology101.com. This was Lyricology 101. I'm Andre Gaynor, and don't forget where the art is.